Harry Kane is so complete, but I don't know, man.
I saw his heat map in the Clásico and the way he played.
He was playing like a midfielder and a striker at the same time.
Having defensive tackles, having long balls to having long balls to Luis Diaz and Michael Olise. He was playing like a real NFL quarterback, distributing the ball from left and right. Man, Harry Kane,
he's on fire.
I think right now he should be the front runner for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, definitely.
They haven't lost the game, man. They haven't done anything like.
Yeah, exactly. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 8 of the Scoreboard, where we continue to bring you exciting betting picks, soccer predictions, and news. How are you doing today, Cedric? I know your team won against. Who did you guys play this weekend, anyways?
We played Ajax. We played Ajax today, and then during the weekend it was an exciting game. Obviously, we won against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, so it's been a good weekend for you. Same here too. You know, we finally got back in the win column against Girona. We demolished Olympiacos over the week in the Champions League, and now we're waiting for this weekend. But as you said, guys, it's been an interesting weekend. So far, so good. Everything is looking good. We're on the roll from a betting perspective and from a team perspective. So these things are looking good so far, and we hope to continue in this light. You know, bring everything together. Barca has to keep winning. Chelsea has to keep winning, so that come November, we have to face this guy's team and see what's going on.
Yeah, makes sense. And this weekend was very, very interesting. This weekend and this week, very, very interesting. We had very, very good bets. City, we spoke about City. It got in. We spoke about Bayern during the week and during the weekend and during the week went in as well. Arsenal, Fulham, and everything. It's been a very, very good. So many good picks. So many good bets won.
Yeah. I won all my picks except one, and that was just out of hatred. You decided to bet against Chelsea.
Yeah.
I took Chelsea under 2.5 total goals and they scored 3. Can you imagine? Against a Nottingham Forest team that is struggling to find a way. I should have. Don't trust me if I give a pick about Chelsea. Not take it. Because I should have been like 10-0 last weekend, but Chelsea actually messed it up. So,
yeah.
But that was a good win though. 3-0. You guys are now 4 wins, so that's good. That's good for you.
So it's been very interesting. Extremely good stuff happening. And right now, I'm talking about what we are looking forward in this episode. This episode is very, very interesting because, like I said, last week we're on a roll. Very interesting picks. We'll continue with that this week as well. We have obviously our best bets in soccer.
Yeah.
We have our best bets in NFL, and then we have a 10-odd parlay we're going to give you guys in this video as well. Then also something which is very interesting for people who don't know about it, the national tight end.
Yeah.
National tight end Sunday this Sunday.
Yeah.
Talk to me about national tight end. How was it last year?
People were quitting their jobs last year because they bet on tight ends to score, and you know tight ends don't really score easily, so the odds for tight ends to score is like 3-1.
Yeah.
So if you have like 8 tight ends to score, that's like 3 to the power 8. I don't know how many. That's like hundreds of odds, and then you can put like $100 there, you win like a lot of money, and then you quit a job, you go on vacation to Spain. It's crazy. Exactly. So we're going to have multiple chances to get that done this weekend. So we're going to see how things are along the line. So let's see how things goes. Hopefully we win. What's the plan?
Yeah, so I'm planning to bet a lot on tight ends, but like I said, we're going to give you more about this down the video, so just continue. But guys, thank you guys very much for what you've been doing so far. And before we go ahead, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be posting every week as well. So thank you guys for the help so far. But yeah, first things first, let's talk about our reactions for the previous week. Like, you know, last time your team, Barcelona. So after losing continuously, right?
We just lost one game against Serie.
It doesn't mean though, but you guys lost. You guys went to the international break crying, and you guys came back and you guys had a win. Araujo scoring. What the hell, man?
Anyways, listen, that is what happens when your star players are out injured. We did not have Rafinha, no Lewandowski, no.
When I talk about Cole Palmer, I say I'm giving excuses. What's these excuses? What's all these excuses I'm giving?
I'm just analyzing what happened.
I spoke about red cards. You said I was giving excuses.
Listen,
you didn't know that your players were injured.
I knew they were injured, and that was going to be a tough game. But we still won the game regardless. So this is not an excuse. This is me analyzing the game and explain to you how Flick saw what was going on in the game and he made the necessary changes to win that game. So when you lose, you lose. When I win, I explain why we won.
No, do you explain why Sevilla won you guys?
that was weeks ago. We spoke about it already. But yeah, tough game. In the 90th minute, I was sitting on my couch and I was about to take a nap because what the heck?
Yeah.
But then Araujo came clutch and he scored the goal, and I was like, it was about time, So that was a very good game. And then on Tuesday, we got like Lamine Yamal back. We got a few guys back. Fermin Lopez on fire. We won 6-1. So that was a very, very good win. And we couldn't have won any better to get ourselves ready for this Sunday. So that was really good. That was really good. We're in a good spot right now. And I like the fact that Rafinha is coming back. So the chemistry is getting back. And, I'm looking forward to the future.
Yeah, what do you think about Fermin Lopez, guy? This guy scored a hat-trick and we're about to steal him from you guys.
What do you mean you will not steal Fermin Lopez? He's going to be at Barca for the next 10 years. He's not going to leave Barcelona.
So what's the plan for Fermin Lopez? Because right now, he isn't a starter for he's in a starter for Barcelona. Because when Rafinha is fit, Lewandowski is fit, Rashford and Lamine Yamal, he doesn't start.
He's not a short-term player, so forget about Lewandowski. That's one thing. Second of all, Barca is a team of midfielders, so our midfield depth has to be deep. So we have Dani Olmo, we have Fermin Lopez. Those are two main attacking midfielders. And sometimes he starts, sometimes he doesn't start. So there'll be times where, Dani Olmo will start, or Dani Olmo won't start, and then Fermin Lopez will start. And as you know, there are so many games right now, so many competitions. You have the Champions League, you have the League, you have the Spanish Super Cup, and so on and so forth. You did that depth. So there are games that he's going to start. Right now, rotation is a management skill. So I understand you guys wanted to pay 40 million for him, but he's much more expensive than Florian Wirtz and Ryan Cherky. So I'm sorry to whoever wants to buy him. He's not leaving unless you bring in a lot of money, like 200 million or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair play. Let's leave Barcelona. I think you guys did very well during the weekend and midweek.
Of course.
So fair play.
Of course.
Yeah, another big win also that was recorded. I mean, this whole Champions League was very good. Another big win was Paris Saint-Germain versus Leverkusen. It was demolishing.
7-2, 9 goals.
I mean, you could see with Desiree Doué back, Bakula, Dembele got in and scored. What do you think about that game? Do you think PSG will continue with this momentum and really be a force to reckon with in this Champions League?
They have to. They have the chemistry, they have the coach, and they have those skilled players. So they have to keep winning.
They're quite young. They're quite young too.
Also, they're quite young. And they have that discipline. They have that philosophy. And I really like the way they play. They play with such high intensity. And those guys, something we don't really understand is that they're extremely physically fit.
Yeah.
They can play for 90 minutes as if that's nothing to them.
They just keep on running around.
And they press you high and they just frustrate you guys.
That's exactly how they won Barcelona.
So, exactly how they won us. And that was the win. That was the only win that I was like, yeah, these guys really, really beat us hands down. So those guys are actually very good. And obviously Leverkusen, they're not the star team anymore, So they're not very good offensively.
Let's is gone.
And they're also not good defensively. Exactly. So I knew they were going to concede multiple goals from PSG, but I wasn't expecting 7 goals.
More than 5?
7 goals. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, PSG, those guys are doing good. So we're going to see when they try to meet up some big teams in the future,
Yeah, I think that makes sense. They should just give them the league and forget about it. And then focus on the Champions League. To be honest, right now, I think there are many things. And talking about forces to reckon with, right? Let's go to the next one. Arsenal. Looking at PSG and looking at Arsenal. That means they just find a way to win. Like last season, for example, we already knew they were good at corners and stuff like that, but their set pieces, it's not like it's a fluke. They keep on doing the same thing. Atletico Madrid played them very, very well, but they keep on doing the same thing. A very, very good set piece from Declan Rice 2 times. And the same player, Gabriel, scored the other one, and Gabriel set up the other one with his head. What do you think about Arsenal?
Arsenal are finally ready to win the trophy this season. And I saw this. I'm going to keep reminding you guys every weekend that before all this started, I predicted Arsenal to win the Premier League. And they will win the Premier League.
Okay.
But yeah, those guys are very much direct right now.
Yeah.
The aim is not only defend, but to score. You see how they're taking a lot of chances up front, being a little bit more direct, trying to shoot, trying to score. And because they've perfected things like set pieces, they have an extra Arsenal, an extra weapon in your Arsenal. So I like the way Arsenal are playing right now, how direct they are. And I also think they've eliminated the outside noise and everything and trying to just take everything one game at a time. They've got Victor now who is picking up some form. He's doing a lot of hold-up play.
Yeah.
He's running a lot.
I think they're pressing very well.
So yeah, I think He's settling in very well. Eze is also settling in very well. No Odegaard, no problem. That was a very big deal. Previously with Arsenal, in order to win, you needed to have both Odegaard and Saka.
But now Eze is just making it. We don't even feel the impact of. I think technically it's just that Teta likes Odegaard, but normally I feel like if when Odegaard comes back, I think he's a player for the bench. Because if you saw very well, there was a match where they began Odegaard and then Eze, and then they took Declan Rice behind. And he wasn't good. Yeah. Declan Rice's highest attribute is he's up front and he wins the ball back very fast. And if you bench Zubimendi, you're hurting your team. Martin Zubimendi is absolutely a rock in that team.
Yes.
So I think Arsenal's best midfield right now, Zubimendi's team behind, then you have Declan Rice and you also have Eberechi Eze. So I think that left to me, when Odegaard comes back, he needs to start the bench. Arteta needs to be man enough to say, hey, guy, you're gonna be on the bench.
Yeah, and also he has to get fit. He's been put in the game for like 3 times in a row and he's been stopped off. So just give him enough time to heal, because they have guys who can actually make things happen. So I really, really like what I'm seeing with Arsenal so far, and I wish them luck in the Premier League this season. So that they can win and get me 3-0 when it comes to league predictions.
Yeah,
so that was a good one.
Yeah, and that man is Martinelli too. Martinelli has been playing very well too. But
he's clutch.
That's too much.
He's so clutch. But anyways, good luck to Arsenal. Those guys are actually on fire right now. And I think if they don't win a trophy, they are the cause of not winning a trophy. Because you don't have Liverpool, Liverpool and Man City, they're not really formidable as they were in previous years. So these trophies this season, they're Arsenal's loss, at least when it comes to the Premier League.
Yeah. Talking about the very Liverpool, we spoke about Liverpool versus United.
Bro,
it was absolutely terrible. For example, when you watch a match and you feel like, okay, no, this team won because of maybe a mistake. I mean, I know very well that Liverpool had chances, right? Cody Gakpo hit the bar about 2 times. He had a sitter which he missed with his head, for example, and a couple of other things. But to be frank, I think United deserved to win that match.
Yes,
they did
work for it. Anyways, listen, you have to clap for United. You have to give United their flowers.
Yeah.
Because those guys have beaten 2 of the top 4 teams in the Premier League. They've beaten Chelsea, your team.
With a red card.
Nobody thinks about that.
Actually.
They beat Chelsea hands down. Listen, forget about the red card. If you make a defensive mistake, you concede goals. So you don't say they won us because this guy made a mistake.
Technically, yeah.
Exactly. So Man United beat Chelsea. Man United beat Liverpool.
And they had a very fair game against Arsenal.
They had a very good game against Arsenal. That was the first game. You could really understand how they lost that game. But they actually dominated the game. So United, they have the chance to really, really do something special. But they just have to make sure that each and every game has to be like a final. They have to sweat every single game.
So are we now believing in the Amorim?
I mean, I don't know. Because this weekend they're going to lose to Brighton. So in the end, you don't really know what you're going to get. I guess Manchester United they have to pass the consistency test.
Yeah.
Once they pass that test, then you can now say, all right, you know what? Our aim now is to qualify for Europe, at least the Conference League. And then from there, you can see they have them building a chemistry and confidence to actually win 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row, maybe avoid defeat to Man City and Arsenal. And then, they've already had the win against Liverpool. So that's a good thing. So they have to first of all get that consistency, identity, and then now from there, they can try to find the top 10 and so on and so forth,
Yeah. Then talking about their opponents as well, Liverpool, man, I think they're very lucky that they got this big win against Frankfurt, because it was just so bad. I don't know how you play in a team and then you need creativity, for example, and then you leave Wirtz out of the field. Obviously, we know very well that he's still a little bit shaky and everything, but he's creating a lot of chances. Yeah. Against Chelsea, he created a lot of chances and players were just missing the ball. Salah was missing the balls and stuff like that. So it's not like he wasn't creative, but he was very creative. And when he came on against United, you could see a complete shift, Yes. And I think finally Slot had the cry and then changed the formation a little bit.
Yes.
The Champions League and stuff, and then they could get a good win. Yeah. What do you think about Liverpool? Do you think this is a stepping stone for them to come back to form?
Yes, this win against Frankfurt actually showed Liverpool what they needed to do. Resting Salah to start the game and playing 4-4-2. That was just like trying to change something a little bit.
A reawakening.
The thing is that Liverpool, they have the talent to actually dominate games. The only thing is that they try to play down to the level of their opponents.
Exactly.
This back and forth play is not what Liverpool, with this current team, they can survive with. Because Liverpool has to just win possession, play out of the back, and then keep you guys in one half to defend. Have guys like Frank Witz who are comfortable playing in tight spaces, who are willing to try to dribble and create those chances. In case you lose the ball, you have midfielders, holding midfielders and sitting CMs to
and you have Konate and Van Dijk, which they're very fast to recover.
Very fast to recover. So play the game and then break your opponents down. Find those spaces for Salah to get a cross in or to shoot the ball. But this back and forth that you have from where is not physically adapted to the Premier League, you have Salah who does not really track back that frequently. Try to play in such a way that, your team has that advantage to actually retain the ball for the most of the game, and then you can actually score 1, 2, 3, or even 4 goals from that game. Frankfurt was a good test, but those guys are German teams. You're not going to play like that against Crystal Palace or against Bournemouth. I mean, even though you've won those teams already, at least Bournemouth, But in the end, you just have to make sure you build chemistry in that specific manner. And then now Salah and those guys can now find a chemistry. You can start scoring goals and you might be flexible with the formation and so on. But that was a good change. Now they've gotten the confidence and, they can now try to win Brentford this weekend, even though I'm not going to be on them.
I mean, it technically looks as if they're resting Salah, but to be honest, I think he was trying his team out. He was trying out things like you said, Isak, Ekitike and stuff like that. I think he was trying out stuff. And I think Ekitike deserves to be starting. The fact that you buy Isak for that amount of money, I understand, but Ekitike deserves to be starting. Chances that he scored today, that's almost the same thing which Isak missed the weekend against United. Yeah. So I think he deserves to be starting.
Yes. He's such a very good player. Yeah. Hold up play, possession play. He's so free and comfortable on the ball, and he's a threat.
Surprisingly very fast. The way he scored, very fast.
Very fast, yeah. I've known Hugo for a while, and he has to start. And I think that's something that Arne Slot has to figure out. Because as long as Hugo keeps performing, he's got to start. And at the same time, because they paid a lot of money for Isak, he eventually has to start. And then you have Mohamed Salah too. And he loves Cody Gakpo, who is a fellow countryman.
Yeah.
So Arne Slot has a lot of work to do, but we're going to see how things unfold.
Yeah. Talking about Frankfurt and the German counterparts, Bayern, those guys haven't lost a game. Have they even drawn a game? They're in complete cruise control. And what do you have to say about Harry Kane? Do you think that's a front runner for the Ballon d'Or at this point in time?
Yes.
I think
just because Mbappe scores a lot of goals, but you see a lot of penalties next to it.
Yeah.
But Harry Kane is so complete, but I don't know, man.
I saw his heat map in the Clásico and the way he played.
He was playing like a midfielder and a striker at the same time.
Having defensive tackles, having long balls to having long balls to Luis Diaz and Michael Olise. He was playing like a real NFL quarterback, distributing the ball from left and right. Man, Harry Kane
is on fire.
I think right now he should be the front runner for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, he definitely.
They haven't lost the game, man. They haven't done anything like.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he's just too good. Like, he's the kind of player that every winger will want to play with, because he supplies the ball to you.
And he's not selfish.
And he's not selfish in the end. So. And he's a very good passer. He can distribute the ball. He's very accurate with his passes. He's very accurate with his goal scoring. He's such a complete forward, And I really like the fact that he's, even Luis Diaz, those guys are actually striving in Bayern. So maybe it might be something in the Bundesliga where they find it very easy to win those teams. But I guess they still have to face that first test. Real Madrid were cruising at the beginning of the season, beating Real Oviedo, beating everyone.
Yeah.
And then when they faced Clásico Madrid, they got beat down 5-2. So they are very good right now, but technically they haven't faced a serious test yet. Except that win against Dortmund, it was shaking Joe Bellingham. So could have been a draw easily. So I think they're in cruise control right now because they haven't faced stiff competition yet. But I feel like, they'll meet the match. They're not going to face us, Barca, so they will not face the OTP guys anyways.
Which was unfortunate.
Yeah, but we're going to see. But definitely right now, the chemistry, they're cooking, sure.
They're cooking. And another thing which people don't really notice is injuries, though. Because they have Luis Diaz and they have Michael Olise, but technically they have no backup wingers. They have absolutely no backup wingers. So if Luis Diaz falls down or Michael Olise falls down, it's gonna be tough on them. Very tough. So Harry Kane as well. Because Nicolas Jackson is there, but we all know Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it at this point in time. They have Gnabry, but Gnabry hasn't played on the wing for a while. He's been playing centre. But yeah, so I think injuries is one thing that might really hurt them.
Yeah.
With a number of games they also have under their belt. But yeah, so I mean, guys, what do you think? Who do you think is the front runner for the Ballon d'Or right now? For me, I think it's Harry Kane, man. I mean, Haaland scores goals, but he's actually carrying City.
Yeah.
We have Mbappe as well. Lamine Yamal has been quiet for a while. I think he's only singing EK8. But you know, what can I say? What can I say?
You so, take a shot.
So for me, the front runner of the Ballon d'Or now is Harry Kane. So you guys tell me, who do you think the front runner of the Ballon d'Or is as well?
Yeah.
And also, like I said, please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I think that's all for our reactions, and we'll go now to the next part, very important part. Obviously, we're talking about our predictions for the upcoming week. And so, yeah, very, very good one. So, first things first, let's start with an interesting one. The team you like and you like to bet against us, Chelsea versus Sunderland. What do you think? You bet on Chelsea versus Ajax, and we gave you the win. A convincing win. 5-1 defeat. So what do you think about this Chelsea game?
So are you lobbying for me to bet on Chelsea?
I'm just saying, we did extremely well. We beat Nottingham Forest. We dismantled Ajax with children. We didn't play Pedro Neto, Cucurella, Reece James. Joao Pedro was having a red card, no Garnacho, but we absolutely dismantled Ajax. So Chelsea versus Sunderland, talk to me.
Chelsea is going to win that game. Easy. Not because I believe Chelsea has whatever.
He's back to life.
But I'm just betting on Chelsea to win. I mean, I think they'll win, and I'm going to bet on them on a long shot parlay because Manchester United were able to beat Sunderland 2-0. So Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea should win that game easily. You guys have rested many players. So
yeah, I think, me too. I think it's going to be a comfortable win. Chelsea versus Sunderland. I think it should be a very comfortable win for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez is back. Esteval is playing very well. Pedro Neto very well rested.
Cucurella is rested.
Reece James rested. It's been like, I think we did very well resting our players and everything.
Yeah.
Garnacho, Joao Pedro didn't even play. So, I mean, I feel like we're doing very, very well with that. Okay. So, I think Chelsea gets a very, very good win. And I have a bet for that game. I'm going to be betting on Chelsea shots because when we are at home, normally we kick a lot of shots. So, I'm going to be betting on over 14.5 and over 12.5. You know, 12.5 would be like the good one and 14.5 or in the long shot. Like,
yes.
So, Chelsea versus Sunderland, that's going to be a very good bet. So I'm going to be betting on Chelsea shots. So that'll be down here as well. When we finish talking about that, we'll give our best bets. But nice. Chelsea versus Sunderland. Now, another good one, which you spoke about initially, Man United beating Sunderland. Now, Man United face Brighton. They have beaten Sunderland. They have beaten United. They have beaten Liverpool. Do you think they go... This is the first time Amorim has won back-to-back games in the Premier League since he was hired. Do you think they go back-to-back?
No.
Brighton won their previous game as well. So what do you think?
Brighton, they beat Newcastle, right?
2-1.
Yeah. Brighton is that team that would upset you. Brighton is that team that would beat Manchester City. They would beat a lot of guys.
They dismantled Chelsea.
They beat Chelsea 3-0 back-to-back last season. Yeah. So these guys are no joke. I'm going to be betting on Brighton to win a draw against Manchester United. They might actually win outright. You never know. They might win 2-1.
Is that a passion bet or is a long shot parlay or is a best bet?
I'm gonna have Brighton plus 1.5 spread on my best bet.
Oh wow, very interesting. Okay,
so that's where I am. I feel like United have what it takes, but Brighton, I like the coaching, and I feel like they'll find a way to stop United's long balls that they always kick and try to score and stuff like that. I'm with Brighton here.
Okay. Yeah, I have another interesting game here. Very interesting game here. Leeds versus West Ham. I mean, it's on Friday, so I'm talking most about their shots. Leeds, shots and corners. Leeds, they absolutely demolish teams. Like, they are so fast. They want to kick so many shots. They are so aggressive. And West Ham is like the slowest team. Like, I don't like Jamie Carragher that much, but he even said it that West Ham is like so slow. They are so lackluster. They feel like they're in their father's house.
Exactly.
How can you
notice this a long time ago? They just had the skilled players to have those. They also had Kudos too.
Yeah,
who was working hard, but I always saw that those guys were not serious.
They're just so terrible. How can you be playing in the London Stadium against another London opponent, Brentford? Brentford had close to 16 shots in the first half. It was just so bad. They didn't have up to 10 shots. and they lost the game very poorly. Like, West Ham is so bad, so I'll be going definitely with Leeds shots, and I think it's going to be one of my best bets. It wouldn't be the best bet, but I'll go with Leeds shots over 11.5 shots. It's about 1.5 odd, which is very good. So I'm looking at Leeds shots, which I'm going to put that in a long shot parlay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would have bet on this game, but I feel like Leeds could easily score against West Ham. And, once a team scored, even within the first 15 minutes, you might not know what happens next. I was going to bet on Leeds corners, if the line is favorable to me, like 5.5. But just because I think Leeds can easily score within the first 15 minutes, I'm not going to take that risk. I'm not going to bet on that game.
Yeah, I mean, I follow Leeds for a bit, and when they score early, for example, right, West Ham isn't a team that's going to press you. Like, West Ham played against Brentford, and they still couldn't press Brentford when Brentford were leading early in the game. So that's why I'm going to be going with Leeds.
So we should take Leeds money line then. I
mean, Leeds money line is good. The only problem is that Leeds finds difficulty in scoring, though. Yeah. They're not the team that's going to score you 2, 3, 4, 0. That striker is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, man.
That's the thing.
They're not a team that will really outscore you like that. That's the only issue. Brentford could score because they have goal scorers. Igor Thiago has come in and he's scoring continuously. So that's the only reason why I'm not running towards Leeds money line, just because Leeds, they could go in they're from second championship. They could find difficulty scoring. They could go in and kick 20 shots off target and shit like that. They might dominate, but they find difficulty scoring. That's the only reason why I'm not rushing towards Leeds money line. But I think it's a good game. Yeah, but moving away to another team that will be my best bet is Arsenal vs Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah, two strong teams.
Arsenal, when they play, like the previous game they played Fulham, same thing. They had about 16 shots. It doesn't matter the team. They played Atletico Madrid. They had about 18 to 19 shots.
Oh man!
And now they're playing Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace like to sit down and then they explode. When you sit down and explode against Arsenal, Arsenal will press you and they're going to have shots. When Chelsea played Crystal Palace at the beginning of the season, they had about 19 shots. So what I'm thinking here is it's going to be the same trend. Arsenal kicking and then Crystal Palace holding up and exploding. So I'm looking at Arsenal shots here over 13.5. That's absolutely one of my best bets. I'm looking at Arsenal over 2.5 shots on target. I'm not taking a lot because sometimes when teams hold it down a lot, like Crystal Palace can defend, you have difficulty kicking the shots on target. You kick, but sometimes you will not be on target. So that's also something. Then another nice prop you should look at is goal kicks. Because if a team is pressing and they're kicking shots and you're not sure it's going to go towards the pole, then the other team's going to have goal kicks, which is only on some very good platforms, betting platforms. You can comment or reach out to us and then we can tell you some of those good platforms to use. So yeah, that's about Arsenal Crystal Palace. What do you think? Are you going to be betting this game?
No, nothing for me here. Nothing. Just because I bet on Arsenal to have just 5 corners against Atletico Madrid and they didn't even have anything.
Yeah.
So I don't want to touch Arsenal.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch those guys.
I
was going to take them to win the game, but Crystal Palace,
they know how to play the big boys.
They can defend.
They know how to play the big boys.
Nothing for me. Good luck, Arsenal. I mean, I want you to win though because you're on the field. I have you guys to win the league. So good luck on that. That's good enough for me. I'll watch and support you guys. After all, I have to prepare for El Clásico on Sunday. So Sunday morning, I want nothing. I don't want to spend anything. I just want to wait on El Clásico.
Talking about El Clásico, our biggest game, the game I've been waiting for. I mean, bar Chelsea with Barcelona, but El Clásico. Talk to us about the El Clásico. First of all, guys, like we said, we're going to be watching this game live and streaming it live on YouTube.
Yes.
So, first of all, Real Madrid with Barcelona in extremely good form. Demolishing, you guys won very, very well. We won 1-0. Not we. I mean, I'm not really a Real Madrid fan. But Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Talk to me.
There's nothing to talk about. It's going to be simple. We go to the Santiago Bernabeu. We take care of business. We beat the boys 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Come back home with a dub. Go out of the table. And we ask who's next.
I don't think it's possible, guys. I don't think Barcelona wins Real Madrid. It doesn't make sense coming to Santiago Bernabeu. They have been waiting for this match. And if Barcelona wins, they go above Real Madrid. So it doesn't make sense that they win. I mean, it's not like...
it doesn't make those guys 4-0 last year.
Last year was crazy.
Did you watch Madrid versus Juventus? They barely won 1-0.
Carlo Ancelotti is mad. You see that? The reason why we're going to win is because you guys want to play a high line. And when you play a high line, Xabi Alonso is taxation. We're going to use Mbappe. We're going to use Arda Güler. We're going to use Vinicius. And we're going to break you guys down. And we're going to win that game. So I'm going to go for a Real Madrid win. I wouldn't bet on that. I don't want to be sweating the win and then sweating the game as well. But I think Real Madrid is gonna be a good game. I don't think I don't think Barcelona wins the game.
It's okay to think wrong.
Think wrong how?
Your thoughts are your thoughts, but they're wrong thoughts.
Guys,
if you think about Barcelona winning the game, you can listen. Let me tell you something. The Santiago Bernabeu, that's our training ground. We go there to train. You understand? So we're gonna go there. We're gonna take care of business against those guys. We're gonna do exactly what Atletico Madrid did to them, and even more. We're gonna score a lot of goals against them. We're gonna dominate them in the midfield. We're gonna create those chances. We're going to have Lamine Yamal score goals. Rafinha is going to be back. He's going to score.
Guys, the reason why Barcelona loses this game is because of Lamine Yamal. He comes to the field and you think he wants to dribble. He will lose the ball and then will take the ball and then will break away and will score. Hear me out. Lamine Yamal will sell Barcelona.
Pedri is fit.
He said something trash last year that they'll score ball, going to score ball and shit like that. But hear me out. Lamine Yamal is going to sell Barcelona. He's a good player, but he thinks he's. Let me
tell you, take Barcelona. This is going to be a lock. FC Barcelona team total over 1.5 goals. So we're going to score at least 2 goals at the Bernabeu.
Hey guys,
we're going to win those guys.
Take Real Madrid over 1.5 because we're going to score more than 2 goals. At least 2 goals, but more than 2 goals, and we are going to win.
He's talking. He cannot even put his money where his mouth is.
Just because I don't like to bet on the team, it doesn't mean that it just doesn't make sense for me to be betting on that game. You know?
Okay. I hear you, brother. But here's the thing. Honest opinion. Real Madrid are very good this season. They can play. They always have their offense. They've had Vinicius Jr., they have Kylian Mbappe, they have Arda Güler, and they have a lot of good midfielders who were there last year. And we also have the same team. I mean, we have guys who are injured. Lewandowski is going to be out and so on and so forth. But Lamine Yamal is back. Rafinha is back. Fermin Lopez is on fire. De Jong is solid. He's the best, one of the best midfielders in the world. Pedri is the best midfielder in the world. We're going to dominate the game. That's really what we're going to do. We're going to dominate those guys, make them
talking about calling players up and down.
We're going to win that game. It's really that simple, brother. It's really, really that simple.
He's calling players like as if Real Madrid have no players in their own team.
No, they have players. I can't.
Okay, let's look at it. Talking about players, let's give a combined starting 11. Let's look at the combined starting 11 for Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Let's look at the combined starting 11. So let's look at the first position. Obviously, is a goalkeeper position.
I'll give Courtois.
There's no argument, right? Courtois, no argument. Let's move on. Right back,
Koundé.
I mean, I'm gonna probably go Koundé, even though right now Federico Valverde played there. Just because Koundé is normally a defensive player, I'm gonna put Koundé. I'm gonna allow that. So Koundé as a right back, left back.
That's no question. Alejandro Balde.
Carreras is good, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go Balde for this one. And yeah, that's fine. Then now let's go to centre back pairing.
Okay, I'm going to go with Kubasi.
And?
Okay, Kubasi 1. And then I'm going to go with...
I don't think you want to call any of my players because Christensen is not there.
I'm going to go with...
We have Eder Militao. We have Alaba.
Eder Bomb Militao.
Well, we saw it. He tracked...
It's a bomb, dog.
For me, I'm going to go with Eder Militao. I'm going
to go with Kubasi, and I'm going to just take a healthy Rudiger.
Rudiger isn't available, so we're going to go with Eder Militao for this position.
Okay, No, I cannot do Eder Militao. I'll do Araujo. No way I'm doing Militao. That guy is a bomb.
So you're taking me Araujo over Militao?
Of course.
The guy who saw you guys against Inter Milan.
Brother, you have no idea what did you see what Gonzalo Ramos did to Militao at the Club World Cup?
Yeah, but so we'll put that other center back position as questionable between Araujo and Militao. But I prefer Alaba actually. So by default, a healthy Alaba, I'm going to prefer healthy Alaba actually.
Okay.
So yeah. Then we can go to the center defensive midfield.
De Jong.
I mean, over Tchouaméni?
Of course, there's no question. There's no question.
Guys, this season I'm going to go with it's with pain. I'm going to go Frankie de Jong actually. It's with pain. I'm going to go Frankie de Jong.
Center mid, Pedri.
Yep, I'm going Pedri and Bellingham. You want to argue?
Pedri, wait, who is Pedri? Who are you comparing Pedri to?
No, I'm going to go with Pedri. No.
Okay, you've chosen Pedri too. Okay, yeah. Let's go to attacking midfield, right?
Yeah, I'm going to attack.
You go with Bellingham.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right now, Bellingham and Fermin Lopez. I cannot take Bellingham, so I'm going to go with Fermin Lopez.
Fermin Lopez, how? Because of the hat-trick?
No, because of me watching football for a long time and seeing.
And you say Fermin Lopez is better than... Guys, when has Fermin Lopez ever been better than Bellingham?
Starting 11.
Fermin Lopez over Bellingham? Guys, please, does this guy even make sense? Because of this hat-trick? Bellingham also scored. Yeah, I don't know. Bellingham also scored.
Good for him, but as an attacking midfielder, I prefer Fermin Lopez over Jude Bellingham. Next.
We're playing 2-8 actually. It's technically like 2-8 because it's Pedri and someone else. So it's technically like 2-8. So we're going to go with Bellingham.
Left wing.
I mean, there's only one player, right? It's Vinicius.
No Rafinha?
Rafinha is injured. He's come back, but he's injured.
Or just give Vinicius.
Exactly.
Right wing. Tell me something I've not heard before.
Guys, do you know Mastontono? Do you know Rodrigo?
This is Lamine Yamal. Right wing Lamine Yamal. And
I cannot even call his name.
Okay.
And I cannot even call his name.
Exactly.
I hate. He's a very good player, but I think he's going to spoil.
Left back Barcelona, centre back Barcelona. We're going to keep the other centre back pending. Left back Barcelona, defensive Barcelona, centre Barcelona. Right? We win the majority.
Wait. We have Vinicius.
No, hold on.
Wait. We have Vinicius.
You have Mbappe.
You
have the keeper.
We have Bellingham. We have Courtois.
And then you have one centre back. No, that centre back is even pending. So it's like 4.
No, because we have Alaba.
He's not healthy.
But he played during the weekend, so he's actually healthy. He's back.
Okay, so it's 5 and there's 11 players. So we won. Thank you. And this is what's going to happen. This weekend, Barca is going to win Madrid. I'm going to say Madrid is going to score at least 2 goals. So 3-2, Barca.
Guys, I'm going for the same prediction, but opposite team, I'm thinking 3-2 Real Madrid.
Good luck to you, brother.
Good luck. And like I said, we'll be streaming this live. And now, over to the next thing. We're going to just run through our best bets for the week.
Yes.
When it comes to soccer. So I'm going to start. My first one I'm going to go in is Arsenal, over 13.5 shots. And then over 2.5 shots on target. That's about 1.5, 1.56 or close to 1.6 something. So I'm going to go with Arsenal over 13.5 shots and Arsenal over 2.5 shots on target. Then also the next game is going to be Chelsea over 12.5 shots. So combine that's about exactly 2 odd, and that's my best bet for the weekend. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So what do you have as your best bets for the weekend?
For me, I'm going to take Liverpool. I know. I cannot leave those guys alone. Liverpool to win or draw against Brentford. I'm going to take Brighton plus 1.5 spread against Manchester United. Bayern moneyline, Bayern to win. And I'm going to be taking Internazionale, Inter Milan to win or draw against Napoli. Actually, no. I'm going to take out, Inter to win or draw against Napoli, 2.7 odds.
Jeez, that's a good one.
That's a very good one. So, interesting weekend, guys. Let us know what your best bets are. This is going to be a very good weekend. And then obviously you have a best bet for the NFL.
Yeah.
What do you have on that?
So going to NFL, I have an extremely good pick for the NFL here. First of all, I'm starting with Ravens money line. Lamar Jackson is back, so I think we're gonna devour the Bears. Like, there's absolutely no way that the Bears come to Baltimore and even sneak peek anything. I think it's gonna be an absolute blowout. So I'm gonna be taking Ravens money line, but on the long shot part, I'll take something else. So I'm starting with Ravens money line. Then I'm going over to Bills. Just came off a bye week. They have rested very well. Kincaid is still questionable, but I think Bills get the Bills win because New York, the New England Patriots are dominating the division. So I think Bills need to get them.
Have to hang it.
Yeah. Then the last one is going to be Eagles money line.
Oh, you're betting on my team.
I'm going to be betting on Eagles.
You have to start paying fines. This guy is betting on Barcelona. He's winning. He's betting on my Philadelphia Eagles. He's winning. He's got to start paying fines here. This is not funny.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles lost to Giants. So if they lose against the Giants, I think it seems very useless. So I'm just trying to support you here. This is support. So I'm going to take in the Eagles money line versus New York Giants. There's absolutely no way they'll lose to them back 2 times in a row. It makes no sense. So that's my best bet. 2 point something odds as well.
Yeah.
So
I like that. I'm going to actually go with that as well. But, one of our rules is that you don't only bet on your team. I'm not going to be betting on the Eagles. So I'm going to keep... He said the Ravens would win the Bears. since when do birds start eating, bears? You say the lions will eat the bears, and that's surely possible. But what about birds?
No, the thing is that this bear is led by a very childish somebody. So it's like a gay bear.
Okay. Anyway, all right. The best NFL bets. Bills money line, Ravens money line, and Falcons money line. 2 odds as well.
Okay.
I'm going to be eating this weekend.
Okay.
For sure. So yeah. And then, do you have any tight end, anytime touchdown scorer prediction?
Okay, yeah. Talking about tight ends, like we said, normally this week is a very interesting one. This weekend, National Tight End Sunday, people made huge sum of money. Like last year was exciting. Obviously, this week I have my picks already.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I already have very interesting picks that I'm already holding. If Kincaid was available, that would be the first one I'm going with, but he's still questionable, so I'm going to leave him out. But I have Travis Kelce. First of all, I like Mahomes to give him that ball. Mahomes, when he has to give somebody the ball, he gives him the ball. Rashid Rice came back and you could see that he wanted to give the touchdown and he gave him the touchdown. So that'll be a question. So I'm going to be going with Travis Kelce. After that, the next person, obviously Jake Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing Prescott's jersey. Prescott gave him the touchdown. So that's definitely the first two I'm going with. Normally, the next person has to be Josh Kittle. So Josh Kittle, I'm taking him. Obviously, I'm looking at Evan Ingram, but I'm not sold on him yet. But I'm looking at McAndrews right now. McAndrews, since he came back this season, I think he has only one touchdown. But I think right now Lamar is gonna give him the ball. So I'm thinking about him as well. Then the last one, Dallas Goedert. I don't like the Eagles playing against Giants, but I think they win comfortably. So I think Dallas Goedert gets a touchdown as well. So those are the first 5. And I'm going to have others as well that will post on the channel, the scoreboard Instagram page, but those are the ones I have. Do you have any other extra ones you want to add?
No, not right now. I actually have to go sit down and take a look at the schedule.
Yeah.
Just because this tight end Sunday is probably the Sunday that I actually leave the hood.
Yep.
And get to the city. Because if you can really get a good parlay that has at least 6 tight ends, and if you truly have like a long shot soccer parlay that continues to the national tight ends weekend, and then you wait everything, you could actually say goodbye and you retire. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting my tight ends parlay on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Just I can do some research and see what's up, and then we roll from there.
Yeah, and like I said initially, we have a 10-odd parlay. We still have a 10-odd parlay here. It's pretty much almost the same thing we've spoken about. So first of all, I'm going to be starting with Manchester United over 10.5 shots versus Brighton. Very good one, and over 2.5 shots on target, about 1.4 odd. I'm going next to Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Same thing, Arsenal over 13.5 shots. I could even roll it up to 15.5 shots because I know they'll get it. And then over 6.5 goal kicks for Crystal Palace. Because if Arsenal is kicking and they don't go on target, it's going to be goal kicks for Crystal Palace. Chelsea over 14.5 shots and Chelsea over 4 corners. Then the last one, we have Bournemouth over 13.5 shots versus Nottingham Forest with their new coach Sean Dyche, which we know is very defensive. And then obviously the Baltimore Ravens. That's exactly 10 odd. This is a picture here. We're going to be posting that as well. And then also on the channel. So guys, please follow and get more of that. So guys, I think that's it.
Yes, that's it. But I'm going to actually give my own odd. I have 11 odds to share with you guys. It's going to hit. So let's roll. I have a 10-leg parlay here. I have Leipzig to win or draw against Augsburg. I like Leipzig's form. They've been winning games so far. I have Roma to win or draw against Sassuolo. Roma lost to Inter Milan 1-0 last weekend. It was a brutal loss, but I think they find a way to bounce back and avoid defeat here. And then, like a long shot parlay, I'm still going to be riding with Liverpool to win or draw against Brentford. I like the 41-5-1 against Frankfurt, and they're going to try to maximize their chances to get back on form in the Premier League. I'm going to go to college football. I'm taking Virginia to beat North Carolina. That's a risky one. I'm going to be taking Brighton plus 1.5 against United. United cannot blow out Brighton. They cannot win by 2 goals. Pause. And then obviously move to the NFL. I'll take Buffalo Bills. I'll take Atlanta Falcons. I'll take Baltimore Ravens. And then back to the Premier League. I'll take Chelsea
to crown it up.
11.6 odd, guys. So that's my long shot for the week.
Like you said, we'll deliver the long shot parlay as well. So check it out, guys. Thank you guys very much. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm so happy to have you, and see you guys next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.